Ladies and gents, I am the Rev, and welcome to Between the Stars. Now, this game came out into early access about a year ago, and according to the devs, in case you already have this game, Act 5, which is the final act, is supposed to be out in February. Well, I'm filming this at the end of February, so by the time we get to it, hopefully, it'll be released and they don't mess up my save. But as of mid-December last year, 2020, they had put in a whole bunch of like 20 some odd secondary storylines and a bunch of events added to keep things busy and going. So I figured at this point, I've been watching it. I think there's enough for us to have a nice good playthrough here. So we're going to jump in, of course, in the settings. You guys can see everything. I got everything pretty much cranked up. Sound, as always, music's off. Look at the controls, and they're a little weird. There's only one thing I would have said I'd like them to do different, but we'll get to that as we get going here. But you can assign a controller, it looks like, as well. And then the game itself. UI scale, screen shake, invert mouse. Got all kinds of ability to show damage, not damage. It does have an actual dice rolling mechanic, which is pretty cool. So that, and there's a lot of reading, so bear with me. But let's get some. See what this has got for us. So we go game mode. We're going to do everything normal difficulty, dice rolls, dice combat, negative attributes. And you'll see those in action. And then we get to choose our vehicle. So this isn't the one I like. Where's the one I like? I think this is the one that I like. It's got 220 for the hull, 1,000 shields, but it's got this special ability burst, right? So if used correctly, going into combat, your first shot should be able to almost take out a ship if you've got enough firepower. That's the theory. So first, let's make her yellow so we can see her nice and good. And then what do we want to call her? We're going to call her Go. And if you followed any of my space games, you guys will understand the references for that. And then, of course, for our symbol, our emblem, we're going to go with a skull. All right. Oh, that is a pasty, ugly-looking white dude. Damn. You know, real pasty. This does appear as we go. We'll give him dark hair. Oh, no. Oh. There we go. It'd be nice if I could move him. See if he's actually got a thing. Anyways, so beard. Aw. See, it should have some depth. Mine's about 6 inches long. The old goatee. Wait, I'll make him a little skinnier. And make him nice and tall. You can go into the face, eyes, nose, mouth, all that stuff. Not going to worry about it. And then up here, we can change the name. Drake. Oh, cool. Look at that. Captain Ravenite. Right. I don't think we can mess with these at all. I wonder if that's just a random drop that we get. Oh. And if you're curious, the prologue is the basic demo you can play for free if you want to play that right now.
We're in the sectors adjacent to Interstellar. The War Council will not be held for another 2 days.
Understood, May. We'll take advantage of the downtime to supply our ship and patrol the area. Input coordinates to the nearest space station.
No need, Captain. Our power levels will let us fly for at least another 2 weeks.
We've spoken about this, May. The crew is exhausted. They've been eating nothing but synthetic proteins for a month. They need a breather.
Aye, Captain. Coordinates set.
Okay, killing time. Take advantage of the time until the War Council. And I kind of get the feeling this is your way of gearing yourself up, right? So this is our ship. This is how we fire. And your mouse button, right? Because I'm playing keyboard and mouse, controls our speed. You can see the Elite Dangerous references in the bottom right corner with our speed of our engines and our weapons and shields. We've got a whole bunch of buttons right next to that, to abilities that we don't have yet. And then on the left side, you can see our ship. And then our special, the first of what we have. So it is missing a few things. Probably first and foremost, I would say the ability to change the camera. Personally, I'd like it if it kept the ship in a locked plane, and then I could spin like this, right? Not with the ship moving. That makes it a lot harder to pay attention to what's going on. But let's see. First thing, we're going to put ourselves going in this direction in a second. Let's look at our inventory. So these are our weapons. We've got light plasma, and then a cannon of the Republic. Big thing to always look for is range. So we got 1800, 1400, 1400. Got our inventory, passengers, armament, departments. So this is where when we get stuff, we throw it in there for scrap. Engineering. And if I remember, oh, this one didn't have it. Oh, no. So the only way you can engineer and learn how and make these is you have to have these components. Well, the green one right here, quantum core, nope. I think everything needs one of those stupid quantum cores. So we can't make nothing. Oh, that sucks. Then we got a research lab. You can investigate diseases, weapons, or some objects to obtain construction blueprints, cures for diseases, and other advantages. Okay? We have our crew members, and oh, hey, look, everybody gets to start with one upgrade point. What about us? Yes, we get one. Okay, so we got charisma, aptitude, the capacity to lead your crew. And you know, I've played enough of these games. You damn right, I'm gonna put luck. We're gonna go heavy on luck. I don't like that unpleasant. All right, so what do we have? So this is our specialist. So it's projectiles, energy weapons, and salvaging. I've got 2 of them. So we survive. We're gonna put everything in projectiles. Engineer, what do we got? We got upgrade, device, crafting, upgrade the ship's global system. So movement and the hull, and then scrapping. So it's gonna go both into the hull. Oh, she has 2 points. Wow, okay. Oh, put one in the energy weapons then. Weapons, weapons, weapons. Well, she's got 2 too, okay. Yeah, we're still gonna put everything in there because first part of the game, we're, you know, until we start fighting and stuff, we're really not going to need, I don't think, too much other things. We want to make sure our ship survives. Okay. And it's nice it gave me 6, because the last game, my test save, I only got 5 peoples. And then medicine. So we've got reduced healing time, reduced investigation. Oh, shield, really? Yeah, everything's gonna go in the shields. Until we at least get these guys halfway up to help us as much as possible. Then we've got our task menu, and we're just killing time. Then, of course, back to our system. So, before we go there, let's see. This game is notorious for throwing a crap ton of things at you very quickly. So we'll see if we can survive an encounter. Although it doesn't look like there's much of a penalty if you can't, to go into your warp that is inside systems, because our map, as you can see here, This is where we are, right? Current sector, and it's the initial sector. Systems, blueprints, arcade, and repairs is what's supposed to be at the space station we go to. And we've got the Tekja, unvisited, and recruit. Where is sector behind the enemy lines? So it hasn't happened yet. We should be getting some sort of a warning once the killing time goes long enough so we can know when we can head over there. But we're going to kill some stuff, run some missions, see if we can get somewhere. Kind of interesting stuff we've got going on here. Oh, there we go. You arrive at the corresponding coordinates and find a suspicious ship. The best thing to do would be to send them a transmission to identify them. Maya opens the communications, that's our AI, and directs the call to your terminal. A woman who remains silent appears on the screen, waiting for you to start the conversation. There we go. Yeah, we're kind of like cops, I think, in this. We're on the good side. Greetings, Captain. We're the Zodiac ship crew. We're passing through. We transport a shipment of food and mechanical parts. Okay, where are you headed? The port of Anthros, Captain. We're actually pretty late. We must be on our way as soon as possible. Let's go one moment. Oh, look at that. So here's a positive. Yeah, something's going on. I don't trust this chick. If you don't have any more questions, Captain, we're leaving. Take a look at the cargo. Now, normally, depending on who's with you, it will change how many dice we get. Come on, give me a good roll. Ooh. All right, let's keep those good rolls coming. The nervous woman accepts your ship's coupling. After passing the gate, the crew welcomes you and guides you to the ship's hold. You spend some time checking some of the bunkers without finding anything. Normally, you leave it there, but clearly they were hiding something. It would have been enough for the captain's company to clarify everything, but instead, 5 crew members were standing by as firm as statues while checking the hold. Search carefully. Come on, gimme. Hey, that'll work. You put your arm in one of the chests full of bearings, and you immediately notice the trick much earlier than expected. You touch a tablet that doesn't correspond to the depth of the container. It's a false bottom. With a glance, you make a sign to the crew, who look towards your hosts, who are drawing their weapons. Oh no. Okay. We both... Well, that's interesting. So I get 3 attack, and they get 2 attack. Oh. You get nothing. All right. Come back. Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna... Jeez. Total smokage. Barely any injury. That's awesome. In a second, you position yourself, taking cover, and the skirmish begins. The shots illuminate the room, impacting some of the chests that drop their contents. It was clear they didn't care much about what was in them. Just a minute later, you can hear some pieces rolling on the floor. You finished with their crew. Let's see what they were hiding. You empty the chest and check their bottoms. The crew breaks the tablets, and your suspicions are confirmed. As you had imagined, in more than one chest, the real load was hidden behind a false covered bottom, also covered up by the mechanical pieces to confuse whoever opened the containers. Nearly a dozen containers were carrying vials of Sapphire resin, a highly toxic substance for humans and highly prized on the black market. So it's probably like a drug. And I'm not quite sure sure what this is for. That's another feature. And we did not pick up anything. Oh, I was gonna... But what we can do is take her, put her in sick bay. And the speed with which things get done depends on our crew and how quickly we put stuff into them. Yeah, we'll throw that in loot. Let's see who else. You know what? Let's do that. Okay. So I'm surprised we don't, like, do anything else to the ship. What if we can blow it up and get something from it? But you can see I'm currently in major fight mode here. That's the configuration I've been using when I get into fights. Seems to work pretty well. So let's see what happens if we unload into this ship real quick. And you can see you will overheat very quickly. You gotta wait till it goes all the way down. That's weird. I can't believe that's... I mean, it takes a little bit to blow a ship up, but you would think... And it does matter your position in your ship, how well it affects blowing things up. Okay, I'm bored. Alright, well, I guess that's just not meant to be screwed with. Let's see what this one says. Distress signal. Okay, once you have confirmed the signal on the monitors, you can glimpse an abandoned ship through the bridge's bay doors. Immediately after seeing it, you get the chills. The hull seems intact, and the distress signal, coupled with the lights, which were still on, confirmed the power systems was undamaged. Your terminal lights up, and the crew, Abadidi, gives his report on the situation. The Captain, the ship's crew is unresponsive to our incoming transmissions. We will keep a safe distance until further orders. So, I can pretty much guarantee this is going to be a trap. Let's do this.
Pilot, take us to the next target.
So we'll just DD on over here. So when you see this little icon, that's what it means. You just need to get close enough, and then the event will automatically take place, whatever's going to happen. Alright, the coupling request had not been confirmed, so the only viable route was to force the hatch open. The anti-chamber leading to the interior of the ship would make sure a complete decompression was avoided. A well-chosen safety measure to ensure rescue was possible in the case of an opening system failure. Your crew gets to work, and they exit the ship with their spacesuits on. In about 1 hour, the machine is positioned and ready to force the opening of the hatch as if it were made of tin. Okay, you board the ship and make sure the power flow is stable. Upon confirmation from the engineers and receipt of the toxicity readings from the scientists, you proceed through the decompression room and remove your helmets to continue investigating. I don't know if I'd remove my helmet at all, man. You traverse the corridors with caution. Alert to any signal that might imply imminent danger. Silence, absolute silence. Not even the slightest sound comes from any of the rooms you leave behind. This was baffling. The ship was in good shape, even though the crew had disappeared. You hoped that at least the Maya system would shed some light on what had happened. No, we stick together. Following your orders, the crew takes positions. You go through the corridors together in search of a clue or signal until a snap behind a hatch puts you on alert. You raise your hand to indicate to the crew following you that you are going to enter. You activate the opening of the hatch, and the room access opens wide. You enter the room, which is in complete darkness, and start up the lights. A repugnant smell assaults you from the interior, but you are not able to identify its origin. You push forward, examining the terminals in search for the traces of survivors. But it seems like the Maya system is inoperative, which makes the likelihood of finding anything in the ship's logs impossible. You are in the middle of operating a terminal when you hear a smash followed by some screams behind you. Oh, Jesus. You turn around and observe in horror as Mario falls to the ground. Meanwhile, his attacker, gripping a stone the size of a not-so-small book and covered in your crew member's blood, looks at you with his eyes wide open. Yeah, let's just not kill him. Okay, the man does not answer and throws himself at another crew member as he raises the stone to strike once again. Having been alert, the crew member, being the objective of that maniac, evades the hit and tackles him to the ground as the rest of the crew rushes to his aid. The man struggles and contorts, getting himself into a position that you never thought would be possible for a person. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Amidst the screams, more animal than human, they finally manage to handcuff him, but it is not until one of them gives him a shock with the stun gun that he finally ceases struggling. Looks like our Mahino got hurt, gets up with some difficulty, and raises his hand to his head. You see his face and shoulder covered in blood, gushing out of the gash inflicted upon him, but miraculously, he's alive. You turn around towards the ship when you hear a voice coming from behind. Apparently one of your crew members was calling for you. Oh, crap. Suddenly you feel your hands grow heavy and look down at them. The same stone the man was clinging on to before was handcuffed is now in your hands. You do not remember when exactly it is you picked it up, but you can see that it's some sort of tablet. Okay, so how do we talk to him? He's not there. Engineer to throw a point. We'll put in scrapping. But how do we speak to him? Oh, use the U key? Oh, okay. You descend to the brig of the ship and search a man whom the tablet belonged to. After he was arrested, he hadn't said a word. In fact, before being captured, he had neither. The man had simply attacked you without any prior expectation. From his mouth, only screams and growls, more attributable to an animal, had come out. You approach the force field on his cell and observe him, completely paralyzed and shrunk in a corner. It's difficult for you to hear, but he seems to be emitting a weak, pitiful cry. There were many questions that needed answering. Who is this man? Where did he get the tablet? What happened to the rest of the crew? With all those questions in mind, you address him. The man seems to ignore you, keeps doing his own thing. You can see his mouth moving frantically, but you can't hear anything at all. Yeah, let's ask him about the tablet. Do you hear the flutes? Don't let the music stop. Don't wake him from his dream. Let him sleep. That's it. It's all a dream. Dreams have no form. A chill runs his back. What does that mean? The man plunges his head back in between his knees. This is useless. But a glance was enough to discern the unstable state of his mind. You give up and go back to the bridge. Maybe giving him some time to rearrange his ideas would allow you to get some answers that aren't incapable gibberish. All right. Let's get back to work. Okay.
Captain to engineering, please. Captain to engineering.
Okay, after receiving a summons via the loudspeaker, bad news, Cap, we have a terrible system breakdown in the engine that will permanently reduce its power unless we resolve it now. Also, we don't have the needed parts to fix it. Our only option is using parts of the ship's fuselage to repair the engines, but this option will weaken the ship's hull until we repair it in its station. Yep. I'm not about to weaken my hull, especially when everything on here is trying to kill us. Now the question is, can we see how... I have any numbers on my hull at all? Because everything's 100%, I guess. Alright. Well, hopefully we'll fight something here. But not too many things. My first save, I had 6 ships drop on me in this first section. I was like, what the... Because, yeah, come on. I can handle maybe 2. Oh, what do we got here? All right. As soon as you arrive the area. Okay, that's messed up. Into the area, you can distinguish a merchant freighter surrounded by a few pirate ships. Everything indicates that distress signal comes from him. Without having much time to think, they start opening fire against the merchant freighter.
Activate the shields. Let's finish them off.
Okay. So we'll go after this dude first. And again, I'm going to use my special weapon right in the beginning here to start our battle. And it does not last long. Wow. We got 3 ships total. Yeah, I mean, what was I gonna do? It's not like I was gonna actually be able to stop them in time. The only question now is gonna be if we can kill these guys. Because I do not have very good firepower. One thing I've noticed, and I always do when playing these games, is don't let them surround you.
One of the enemy ships has been destroyed.
That was our special weapon. The longer we can keep one guy on us at a time, the better. Seriously, it does not feel fair, man. And I died. So, a few things to keep in mind. Once you get into a battle, you can't leave. That's why I didn't run at all. Was because I couldn't leave. It won't let you turn this thing on here. So, but again, this is what the game is notorious for. I mean, if you look on Steam, the all the guides, it says how to survive the first hour. Yeah, you're gonna die because it's.
Control tower, we request permission to dock.
Welcome, Captain. Kick your boots off. My house is your house.
Anyway, I lost my train of thought. But let's check the station out here. And then we will do our best to try to survive. Yeah, still nothing here. What's that? Ancient stupid tablet. Okay. So why they have to put the docking as so far away from you when you're in this slower position is beyond me. Though I am going to be curious to see if it eats up all of my credits to repair. And you just move into the cone until it turns green. Shut your engines off. There we go. That's really frustrating. Only 3 ships. I should have been able to win that fight.
Docking complete. Only the authorized personnel can disembark.
Alright, so we have Tesla Walk, one of the most popular tourist attractions. Enjoy the view of our outer space or spend the day in the incredible amusement park. Commercial zone, which is where we want to start because, yay, that's where stuff is. We got a repair kit and 1,000 credits, and that's it. Can't sell that. Can I sell that? No. Can't sell anything. No blueprints. Now, stash would be our stuff, right? And we got our systems. And again, we don't have the stupid quantum cores, and I don't see anywhere you can buy them either. So you can see we've got a huge amount of crew. And this station doesn't have any missions for us. So these things like Tesla Walk, the hangar, actually this will show you different ships. That's the one we're currently flying. Oh, it won't show any others. Oh well, that's the one we're currently rocking. The Tesla Walk is a must-see for all tourists who arrive at the space station. The food stalls and local commerce pepper the long walk that ends in a small amusement park. On one of the sides, there's a giant window that lets people see outer space during the whole route. After all the adventures experienced, both you and your crew deserve a break. Yeah, let's grab some chow. The aroma of the street stalls opens your appetite. Throughout the walk, you find small shopkeepers who offer you to try their products, trying to attract customers. Among all the people, a man catches your attention, cooking a plate with blue flames that rise almost high enough to touch the roof of the place. You enter the room and you sit down at the table. An affable man attends you and dishes start arriving. Once you have finished, the man returns to approach with a bottle and a shot glasses to distribute among the... Yeah. Don't worry, Captain. With the times that the Republic is going through, enjoying yourselves is more important than ever. It's on the house. Yeah. Never take free booze. Shouldn't be so modest, Captain. There's no harm in having a bit of fun. If you're worried about the alcohol, don't be afraid. I can assure you that our local liquor, as delicious as it is also especially mild. Yeah. Why don't you pop for one first? You go back to the table to take the shot that he served you, and you offer it to him. The man nervously takes it and lifts it towards you. Bitch. The expression on your face is more than enough to make him go silent. He looks again at the small metal cup. He slowly brings it to his lips, and with a quick movement, empties the liquor on you and runs away, throwing the tray on the ground. That son of a... Come on, let's get him, please. Something go right here. Oh. Boy, when this game craps on you, it craps on you, doesn't it? As soon as you see the man throwing liquor at you, your crew rises to your aid. One of the crew members pauses the waiter while the rest help you to clean up, or pursues. After a while, a child enters the room to address you with something in his hand. When you arrive, he hands you out a note. You unfold the paper note and see a large symbol of an eye crying a larger tear of blood. At the edge of the note, there's a message. We have your friend. If you want to see him alive again, meet us at the address in the fold. On the back sheet, you can see an apartment number. Now, the other thing about this is you can spin it, because things will pop up that you don't realize. But commercial zone, arcade. I guess the arcade. The arcade flashes dozens of bright lights while the noises of the numerous machines deafen you. You feel a pleasant feeling tingling in your stomach thinking about the things that are about to happen. Hey, I'm missing one of my scientists. You enter the room with your crew and quickly feel the adrenaline rise. Among your crew, there is no predilection for video game genre except for one, combat simulation. The technology came from the military training simulators and could be accessed whenever you wanted, but it was never the same. Multiple companies obtained licenses and made modifications, making the experience infinitely interesting. It wasn't focused on boring instruction, it was more dynamic without losing any realism. Facing our 4-foot, double-headed creature with your crew was the most realistic and safe combat training you could think of. You enter the room filled with different devices, and their activation brings a sensation of plummeting into the void until you reach a small room where you see your crew. In the room, you can adjust certain calibrations and select levels. The game is simple. Overcome all matches to unlock more levels. If you overcome the last level, you win. If you die, you lose. The situation room, simulation room, nothing that happens is real, as lucid as it may seem. All the players find themselves exactly the same condition they entered. Okay. Mousetrap, huh? All right, start it. Oh, that's a lot of guys. Oh, what the? Oh, dude, I am getting yoked. Why am I only getting like 2 attack? A little better. Yeah. Woo! The battle scenario disappears, sending you to the lobby where a new level is unlocked. The dead players are resurrected and they recover supplies. Yeah, we'll leave that. Nope, didn't get any money for anything. Now, I would assume once we pop here, yeah, to the rescue. Your kidnapped crew member is located in the fold, the planet sector Takahaj. So right there, contract to the rescue. And my friends, that is what we will do in the next episode. I'm going to just fly around here, basically run missions in the background, see if I can get us a little bit of love going, because our ship is weak as sauce, man. This is pathetic. So please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Let me know down in the comments, are you going to play? If so, what ship would you choose? If you stuck around to the end, I'll actually answer your questions. So please keep your heads down, your ship's up. And I and my crazy little crew will see you again real damn soon.